Here we are. Hey, we are live. I'm in the studio here with, I'm Outback Tasmania, and we have the wonderful Shawnee Groves.
Hello, there is huge news, new opportunities to earn, and changes to the YouTube Partner Program starting February 1st of 2027. We've got time still. Have you heard about the changes, Jonesy?
Yes, I've been whinging and whining and complaining and jumping up and down and scratching my head and wondering what's going on with the world. Why does everyone hate me? Why?
We gotta
Why?
we gotta think about it as a creator. We gotta think about it as a business owner. We gotta think about it as a marketing person. So let's just get the clipboard out, shall we? We have things that are not changing. Let's do the good news first. So, for the creators out there that are monetized, you know the words I'm going to say. For those of you wanting to be monetized, listen up. The YouTube Partner Program offers memberships, fan funding, and shopping. To earn that, to unlock it, to apply for it, you need 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. That is staying the same. That is the current goal, and it's not changing. So the thing that is changing February 1st of 2027 is if you want the monetization with the AdSense. Right now, to this day of filming in August of 2026, it's 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours within 365 days of time. In February, it's changing, staying 1,000 subs, but changing, doubling to 8,000 watch hours. How does your heart feel about that, Jonesy? Is that how you feel? It's a
Yeah.
little,
What?
it's shocking, right? It's like you just ripped off duct tape off your
Well,
skin hairs.
I had it like I'm on a journey, and I've been planning this over the last couple of months, and everything's going swimmingly. And I'm thought organically growing this channel is working for me, but for the cutoff date of February, and knowing that I've got a 3-week holiday coming up in that time zone when I'll be in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. No Wi-Fi out there, no nothing. So I've got to get it done before Christmas. That's my goal. So that's about 17 weeks. I've got to make it a calculation. I've got to really work out the numbers and what do I need to do? How many more subscribers do I need to attract? How am I going to attract new subscribers? Am I going to go back to the old way where I'll go into people's lives and go, hey, look at me. I'm the token Tasmanian. Come over and join the party. Am I going to do that again, which I really don't want to do? But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Well, it sounds like you're psyched up and you're going for the 4K while it's still here,
I
right?
want,
Because it's
yes.
easier.
I'd rather 4K than doing another 12 months of trying to get to 8K. And you're doing double, you're going to be doing triple because you're going to be losing that first 12-month cycle while you're trying to get the second 8K. So, hey, welcome back. We've got the wonderful Ned Head. And yes, I received an email. And Pegs, get on your mate. I received an email, but there was blank. But well, I think you would have seen my reply. But thank you for joining us and seeing the comment there that says YouTube is doubling the viewing hours to cut out the AI slop and the real person, the small channels are affected. Yeah, well, definitely AI has made a huge difference, and they are probably paying out huge amounts of accounts, whatever, And is there like you hear these people talk? There's factories of AI bots making videos, pumping them out. I had one yesterday that popped on my feed. It was Tasmania. The Tasmanian tiger is back, and there's evidence that somebody's found it. I think they pulled off a little clip off a YouTube reel that I seen maybe 2 years ago, and they've made this documentary over how the wonders of the world, and this elusive creature is still around. I stuck around for about 5 minutes. I could not stand the voiceover. I could not stand the quality of the editing. Like, it was just chucking in bits here, bits there, and then there's a smiley person on a keyboard going like, where they dragged that out of, who knows? Maybe that is the reason some of this is happening, but
It could be. I think as we discuss this more and see this unfold, you know, things are going to be unraveled for us. If you already are monetized, you have to do something. You have to
well,
review and agree to the new terms. If you want to keep getting paid, you have until January 31st of 2027.
yeah,
It's in your YouTube studio. I did it just before this live stream, actually. I opened it on my phone
same
and
here.
I accepted everything because I still want to earn money. Let me just be
What you,
real.
there's like, I seen a video where people are talking about how to do it. We will now teach you how to get to 8K. We will now show you. Come and join our channel. We will show you how to do it. We will promise you the world. And then I thought, okay, this is the same old from the same comment. Instead of 4K, it's now 8K. It's the same video. Same people have done this numerous times. Same channel, same growth channel. What I did love doing was reading everyone's comments. Man, go in the comment section and you can feel the pain. You can read people saying stuff like, that $100 that you're saying is minimal is the difference between me feeding my family a meal or just eating baked beans on toast or cheese toasties, whatever they were called. Yeah, so
Well, they're
some
gonna have to
people,
get that $100 another way, Jonesy, I guess.
yeah, well, this is the game. We're playing on their field, so if you have to play by the rules, otherwise you're ejected, you're out. So
Exactly. There's
yeah,
activity requirements. So this came from Think Media Podcast, and I'm gonna put a link to the video that I watched in the chat after I read my clipboard. So I'm already monetized. I don't have to hit 8,000 watch hours. I don't have to look at that at all. But wait, he was saying, which I can't
there's more.
find this. I know there's more. I can't find it in a blog post from YouTube at this time of this recording, but I'm going to try and get it in print. He was saying, I think it's Sean from Think Media Podcast, that there's going to be
Yep.
activity requirements for the monetized creators. In 365 days, you should get at least 1,000 watch hours to keep your monetization, or 1 million shorts views in 90 days, or post 2 long forms and 5 shorts every 90 days to keep your activity. If you fail, you get a warning and you'll be given 90 days of a window to reactive in one of those ways to restore, or you will be dropped out. And then at that point, you would have to earn the 8,000 watch hours to get back onto the AdSense part. Because, like I said, the memberships, fan funding, and shopping is still very obtainable. And to be
Yep.
honest, Jonesy, I make more money off of fan funding and memberships than AdSense, to be really real with you. But wait, there's more. Should I keep
Yeah.
going?
Well, let me be real with you. I earn more out of ad money than I do out of memberships and fan funding.
Really?
So
That's
yeah.
fascinating. We're both different.
Well, I'm probably because I'm not really doing a lot of lives at a scheduled time, and I'm not sort of
Mm.
doing that sort of programming. But all that's going to change, and I'm sure there is. You know, I've got a plan in place. I'll tell you about that later, just in case the magical number does not appear. And I'll tell you what I will do, but that I'll leave that later in the live. So stick around. You'll hear this wonderful plan that I've got in place. But
That's
I haven't
right.
told you. I haven't told you any yet. That's
No, he hasn't.
that's a curly one, but it's just an idea that I had, and I might have mentioned it at the very start of the last live. But I have got a plan in place. But
So
I,
there,
I do love it. I do love doing a certain style of channel, and a certain style of channel I don't like doing, but it's monetized. So I just want to do the gardening stuff. I think being in Tasmania. Look, I honestly think I've got an advantage because I'm in Tasmania. It's different, it's from everybody else out there who's gardening around the world will see Tasmania as this weird and wonderful place that they've seen on a Warner Brothers cartoon. You know, like it's crazy the amount of feedback I get like that says Tasmania's a real place, eh? I did not think. I always thought it was a fictional cartoon series on, with the Tasmanian devil. I thought all that was rubbish. Yeah, like it shows you how big the world is or how small people are. I don't know which way you go with that, but
let's go into the chat, Jonesy. Can you click on Rebecca Touched by Yarns comment? Let's answer that question. What is going to happen to channels that don't want to monetize their channel? Are they going to continue to let them just do what they want to do and stay on YouTube? Yes.
Not a problem there, Rebecca, and wonderful to see you. And if you've seen my last gardening video, you will see that lovely knitted hat I was wearing. That was from this wonderful person. Rebecca's, I call them beanies. I don't know what you call them, but knitted hat to keep this hairless head warm in the winter. I was wearing it yesterday. I was actually thinking about you when I was filming. I thought, oh man, I wonder if she sees this video. But that's here nor there. That's the wonderful Rebecca Touched by Yarn. If you have not connected with Rebecca, oh man, she's does such wonderful things. She used to make these. I'm going off the cuff again, but I'm just saying, people like Community, right? We'll get back to the off the cuff. Community is where I'm talking now. People like Rebecca has been around. I have been around Rebecca and her channel, and since the day one when I started going live and talking away, and we get to meet all these wonderful people all around the world. And years later, I'm doing a gardening channel, and look who's here, the wonderful Rebecca Touched by Yarn.
That's right. She is such a lovely lady, very nice person, does a lot of good things with her hands.
Oh, she's terrific. Absolutely. So, yeah.
There's other ways to make money with YouTube, is what they're kind of throwing a carrot at us, right? So have you ever heard of YouTube Premium? Jonesy?
Yep. Okay. YouTube Premium, where
so that's like you play, to not get ads or whatever.
And you get the music thrown in as well, I think. And you can download.
I don't even know how much it costs.
And you can download your shows. Just say, like, for instance, I was in the middle of nowhere yesterday. I was in the middle of nowhere, down this gully, down this valley in the middle of the island. No service, no cell connections, no YouTube, nothing for all day. I was playing AI music that I made. I was listening to the Shawnee Groves groovy blues. I was blasting that through the speakers, and people were doing bushwalks, and they actually come over to hear where the music was coming from. That's how loud it was. And they said, "Oh man, how you going?" I said, "Good." I said, "We could hear you way over there." I said, "Oh, sorry about that." They said, No, we're quite enjoying it. Have a nice day. Because
it was downloaded on your phone. Yeah.
And I was, but with Premium, you can download it. I could come to this live and just download it and watch it at my leisure whenever I want, wherever I am. And you could be on a plane, or you could be on a train. You could be places where YouTube's hard to get, or if you've got a favorite content creator, you can save their videos to your device, and you got it forever. But that's what you can get with that service.
That's Premium. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what it costs?
I don't even look, to be honest with you.
I don't have a clue. Well, guess what? There's another one now. It's called YouTube Premium Lite. This one is $7.99 a month.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
What they're saying is, if you have a viewer that has Premium or Premium Lite and they watch your video, if it's a Premium, you'll get 30%, and if it's a Lite, you'll get 60%, because it's a smaller number, but it's 60% of that. And the creators can earn the money much more easily from viewers that sign up for that Premium. So we are the billboard, right, Jonesy? We are the viewer on my channel. I'll get paid more if you just get Premium, because it was proven that creators get paid more if they have Premium viewers watching versus just watching the ads.
Well, that sounds wonderful. It sounds fantastic. Show me the paperwork that says that.
I know.
When Did you read that the 55 cents, like the ad revenue now that's slightly changed as well?
I read
The short
55%, or what are you talking about?
55%. That's correct. Yep.
Yes, yeah. What was it
It,
before?
it was about
70?
67. Yeah,
Okay.
it was up towards 70. Yeah, it's been changed, but they're saying this is what like. It's all new and it's all going to be put out there.
We
Uh,
just had this
I-
announcement 2 days ago, everybody.
and what I can gather from the experts that I sort of been looking at is that YouTube's thrown this rock into the pond, and the rock has hit, and the ripples are coming out, and people are getting hit by those ripples and going, "What's going on here?" And they're complaining. Like one guy was suggesting, this is them saying, "We're big bad YouTube. We're going to struggle, but we're going to make it hard for you." But what he seems to think is that in the next few months, he thinks that they'll cut it back to make them look good. So they've upped it, but they like to say 7,500 or 6,500 or something that's up above the 4K, but not as bad as 8K. That's what one YouTube guru has said today, which I sort of, it's here nor there.
That question is on my chart. How did they come up with this number? I would love to know how many tables, how many meetings went into this conversation of we're going to announce this. People are going to be, you know what, about it.
Yeah. How much money is it going to save them? That's another question. Like
as a business,
it's a business, so they're running a business, and like Nethead said here, YouTube. Anytime I get AI stuff too, I do the same thing. I say, don't send me this stuff. You click the three.
Oh, there's a button for that? Okay, three little dots.
Yeah, and it goes, do not recommend,
okay.
whatever. And then it'll even go further. Why don't you want to recommend it? If you don't have to answer all that stuff, but you can just say, unsuitable, tacky, like there's things you can put in there.
Okay. Well, we can get into some details about their business. There's over 3 million creators in the program right now. 3 million people that they share money with, right? And if you look at the history of the 20 years that this has been a thing, they haven't done significant changes since 2018. So if you think about how different life has gone from 2018 to 2026, not quite 10 years, we have, $26.99. Okay. Yep. Big difference between $7.99. Wonder what the
seven. The light means you get ads, but you can get a few of the other features, but you don't get the lot that the premium does.
Okay, thank you for that, Nethead. But yeah, the things that have changed from 2018. Let's recap history here. Everyone was at home. Everyone said, I'm going to be a YouTube creator, content person. Everyone said, oh, I don't have to work hard. I'm just going to go on YouTube. Plus, we have shorts, reels, TikTok, all that stuff now. None of that was in then.
No. And like I was getting back into those comments, one comment on that video that people were angry about, and they said to that people that you were suggesting that you watched, that you got that comment from, but I won't go down any further that road. But one of the comments was, why don't you do a video and tell us what other platforms we can go to make some money off? It does not have to be YouTube all the time, but see, that would be very negative.
There's very little.
Well,
like 3 maybe I can think of.
Yes, but here's one. Here's one for an Australian. If you do, see, YouTube pays us in Australian USD, not AUD, not US dollar. We get paid in Australian. But if you're on Facebook, you get paid in USD. So you're getting a third more at the moment, the way the things are. Here we go. We have Meg's up in Mel. She's up in Queensland, and she says we pay $17.99 a month, so you don't get ads. Well, you're probably the first person I know who watches my content on the premium. There's probably more, but nice to know that I'm getting a slice of that pie, a very, very small fraction. But yeah, it's sort of frustrating, irritating, but it's the game you're in. So the referee says these are the rules.
Yes.
You have to play by them. So that's the sad reality. Whether we will play, it's like a A grade sports team has been playing the reserves all their career, and now they've got to play an A grade player, and you go, oh man, this is not fair.
Sports talk.
Yeah, I know. I tried to dumb it down.
There's people in here that understand what Jonesy's saying, not I.
Yeah, yeah. We're talking to a gardener, not a sports lover.
But it is making creators switch gears into independent media business.
Yeah, well,
really.
You know what? Look. I want to sound selfish here. When I first started YouTube to be monetized, I started it like I started YouTube like everyone else years and years and years ago, just to watch. And then I'd done my radio shows, and then they said, go out on all media, social media. We want you on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. So I started all the accounts. And like Australian Radio Indie was the first one. And then I was having fun with that. I was interviewing bands. I was going to see music. I was filming rock shows. And I'm uploading for fun and to show, more promoting the radio station I was working at, more than, g'day, Sean. How you going, mate? More than other things. But now, when I seriously went a few years ago, I'm going to get monetized to make a few coins to help me in my retirement. That's the whole goal here. And so I was selfish at the start, but I enjoy the creativity of YouTube, and I actually enjoy the fact I'm not doing radio anymore. So I've sort of given that whole side of me the flick now.
Well, it's so one-sided with radio.
I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in here now. But I'm giving YouTube my 100% effort, because like I can make more money on radio. I can do what I've been doing for a few years, and I'm sort of good at it. Like, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I've been good at it for a few years, and this is a challenge. And I remember, Shawnee, I told you the story about my friend who said to me, he said he was a psychic. Right? I told you the story about,
yeah,
and he said to me, look, I don't want to, like, I was just doing radio. I just started doing radio. And he said to me, I've seen you on, he said, look, I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to agree with me, but look, I do see things, and I have kept this away from my friends. Sometimes it gets me into trouble, but I want to tell you this. I've seen into the future, and I've seen you on TV, on television, and we sit down and we watch you on television. He told me this about 7-8 years ago, like a long time before I was even thinking about doing YouTube.
Right.
And I thought I was going to be like working at the local television station or something like that. And he goes, no, seriously. He says, look, he's one of them guys who reckons he can see into the future and does stuff. And he's surprisingly, he's been on the money too many times for my liking. He's proven things. But like, seriously, he said, talk to this guy a lot because he's going downhill very, very fast. And sure enough, that end for that gentleman come a few months down the track. And we all said, go get checked out, mate. You right? And he said, yeah, nothing wrong with me. He said, go to the doctors, that sort of talk. But I don't know how it all works. But anyway, he's been successfully chatting away and talking to. He's been a good friend of mine for a number of years. Still a great friend of mine. Lives up in the sunny state of New South Wales. If you're watching this, my friend, give me a call. You know who you are, and we'll I seen him at the soccer the other day at Spurs, you know, where the Hotspur hippie was at, and he was having a great old night. Anyway,
Yes,
this
I do
mate,
remember that.
this mate of mine was there too. So
Speaking of goals, YouTube has its own goals, right?
as it does. So,
They're saying that the YouTube's goal is to reward active creators. Um, what should a creator be building today that YouTube believes will still be valuable 5 years from now after knowing what we've seen in the last 5 years? I don't really know, but they say that this higher bar
oh
is
man.
more about meaningful creators to reinvest in their channels, claiming creators will be paid more overall in 2027. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, if I was the boss of a company, I'd be telling people, "You stick with me, and I'll pay you more money." I would like to say,
Okay.
when will you pay me the money and show me how it's coming to me?
Show me the
Like, that's it. Like, you can talk it up as much as you like, but like we are saying, it's their game.
Yeah.
We're on the field, we're playing. And if we don't like it, we could just always go somewhere else. But
You could. They're supposedly the highest paying comparatively to the other ones that pay you, supposedly. I don't know.
well, I've been on Rumble. I went to Rumble years. I'm on Rumble if anyone wants to know. I haven't posted there for months ago. I made $15 in my first month at Rumble with three followers, not subscribers. They're followers, and about 4 videos. I made $15, and they paid me $15. They didn't pay me. Wait for me to get 100.
Right,
This
right.
this was a few years back.
For those that don't know, you have to get a minimum to get paid out from YouTube.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's another thing too. I heard people talking about on one of them live
Okay.
podcasts from the YouTube growth community.
Mhm.
Said that one of the reasons they might be doing it is what they've heard. And actually, he did say they were in meetings with YouTube. So YouTube called a conference, and all these big players went to this conference and said, "This is what we're doing." So I would have liked to have known what else they said at that conference with the big players, because obviously the big, like, even Think Media won't. They I think I heard one of them say they're making $300 to $500 a month on shorts, and that revenue will stop because
He said he's gonna stop. Yeah.
they
I'm laughing.
won't get that 20 million. That 20 million, is it 20 million or 10 million?
So right now, if you want to be monetized, you can do it with shorts, but you have to have 10 million views in 90 days. It's changing February 1st to 20 million views in 90 days, and you have to keep that up. So if in 90 days you don't hit the 20 mil views, you don't get paid at that time. You have to get back on if you're going through the shorts route, which none of us here are. And even that person you just said is like, well, my game's over with that.
Yeah, and he's
We
a
don't.
big player.
Yeah.
Like I'm putting up shorts. If I'd done those shorts on my monetized channel and I got like 1,100 views, 1,500 views, I probably would make 5 cents, 10 cents, 50 cents if I'm lucky. And if you did that if just say you got 50 cents and you did that all month, each day, well, there's $15, and you add that to your your month, so that's what, $60?
I don't do math. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's $60 over the 4 weeks. If you did a short every day, that got you 50 cents. Well, now that money's not yours anymore because you won't do the 20 million views. You can't get it.
Yeah, and it's almost like they want less shorts on their platform, don't you think? If they're like, well, people aren't going to get paid, so we're going to kick all the shorts people off of YouTube and they're going to go to another platform.
All right, I've got a different theory there. I think they want the main players playing the shorts field. I think they've got a good community of good people doing shorts, like the big players, and they want to keep them working hard because they're going to have to. The good shorts are going to have to get the views, so they're going to have to keep coming out with good shorts instead of having millions and millions of daggy little shorts from every. That won't stop the people putting shorts up. You can put as many shorts as you want up, but
Yeah, you
that's
can still
that's the way
post
I
a
look.
short. Yeah.
Yeah. You can still post a video too. You don't have to be monetized.
Well, and the
But
Down Under Cruisers is like, seriously, stop moving the goalpost. If you've just now joined us, they haven't moved it since 2018, and they haven't moved to get into the partner program to have memberships, fan funding, shopping links. That's still just 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours. That's not changing.
no, and I think that's probably your best goal, Sean, because you have got a good fan base on your lives that will support you and your charity. So that's probably where I'd be aiming at, mate. That'd be your number one goal, I'd say, for HH for C, which is Helping Hands for Cruising, and the Down Under Cruisers. They support. They're a charity that supports people that haven't cruised before get on a cruise ship that are in need. A
And
wonderful.
sorry.
There's something going off upstairs.
Okay, so we're entering an era, which you guys probably already know this, where producing a video is becoming dramatically easier. I mean, come on. There's people that are 77 years old, not no offense, Jonesy, that are using their phone
None
and they're
taken.
hitting it. They're getting 37,000 views when they weren't even around anywhere near when technology was a thing. Not to be mean. Um, so if you don't know this, every day on YouTube
In
alone,
every
there's
way.
20 million views. There's 20 million video. You got me all flustered. 20 million uploads
That's why
a
I'm here.
day. Like that's a lot of fish in the pool, right?
Yeah, but like when you really think, when like the comment here from Pegs, he says, "I don't mind watching an ad if the money goes to a channel creator," and I'm the same. If I see somebody who's monetized, like let me tell you, if you see an ad on Outback Tasmania, skip it for now because I'm not monetized. Get rid of it. Jump on. They're making money off my content right now, and they never did. But I'm getting views now, so I'm getting a stack of views. So the ads never come on my. If you if you can remember, my content earlier on was there was no ads in it. You could watch
Correct. Yeah.
a 40-minute video and there would be no ads.
For Outback
Now
Taz. Yeah.
you watch an Outback Taz video now, you get an ad. You get
You're
ads at the
getting
start.
popular.
You get ads in the middle. Yeah, but I am not getting none of that.
I know.
That's
It
green
just
stuff.
fuels the fire under Jonesy to get his posting content schedule in line. Do you want to talk about that next?
Posting content. Yeah,
Your
yeah. Well,
schedule. Like how
must.
many do you need to hit to get this done?
Yeah. Well, my numbers every day change, which is a bonus because I am on the upscale. But I was like, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, thinking this morning, thinking, why would they do this to me? Why? So I went to the old Chat GPT and I sent him a screenshot of my analytics, and I said they're changing the rules and they're going to have it done by February the 1st. And I said, look, I got 3 weeks off in January, so I want to be done by Christmas. And so good old Chat comes up to me and says, there you go. You need 120 hours a week. And I need, what's it, 18.7 subscribers a week, is it? No.
Oh, that was 40.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, sorry, that's hours. 18.7 hours, which they rounded it up to 120. Yeah, and subscribers a week to get to the 1K by Christmas. Yeah, I need 40. Look at that. That camera's great when it focuses. But Chat is great for numbers when you're just half asleep and you're laying in bed and you go grab your phone and you go, someone sends you an email and you look at it, have you seen you need 8,000 subscribers? And I went, no. I got, what's going on here? Because like I said, I was in a hole yesterday down in no internet land, no
That's right.
even no radio, no nothing.
That's why I sent you an email. Like, have you heard about this yet? So for those of you wondering, if you've ever seen how much I post on my channel, I'm live once a week. I have at least a video a week, sometimes 3. And I used to do shorts every day, and shorts aren't in the watch hours anyways, so that doesn't matter. But I was curious because I don't watch hours. I look at how much I'm earning. And so I went into my studio and I looked up how many watch hours have I earned in 365 days
Need a
to
big book of
see
lies. Charlie.
to see if I'm anywhere near the 8,000, right? 4,982 is what my channel pulls.
Hey, let me show you. Let me show you this, right? For a fact, Radio Jonesy on tour. My watch hours right now, which I monetize, and you just need 1,000 every year to stay monetized. I'm at 2,766. So that was up a bit, but now it's down there. But it never got to 8,000. Radio Jonesy is the other channel. That's climbing all the time. That's at 5,294. But that's way short of 8,000. And like I've been doing that for ages. And Tasmania Island Life, that's at 4,794 watch hours. And so that's pretty cool. It was at 5,000, so it's coming down at the moment. But I have not crossed the 8,000 threshold ever.
And you know what they say? They say it takes one video, Jonesy.
Uh,
One video.
Give me a break. Yeah. Well, let me it can be true because the biggest video I got on Radio Jonesy, the talking head channel, I call it, like the one where I'm having a conversation with the camera, talking to you lovely people out there. Brian from the Life of Brian channel, he's a Canadian dude. He was the very first guy who put the very first video out that said, I'm 54, I avoid people, and here's why. He was the very first guy who did that. Maybe last year or the year before, everyone was doing it. Everyone was copying him. Everybody seen there's a market for this stuff. And I put a video out. I seen him. See, one of the gurus told me, if you find somebody on the up who's got like 1,000 subscribers, like if you got 1,000 subscribers, you should get 100 views is the 10% rule. If you've got somebody who's got 1,000 subscribers, but it's got like 20K views, that video is flying. That video is on the up. So rinse and repeat is what they were teaching a couple of years back. So the idea of that was, okay, I'm 63, I avoid people, and here's why. And I did a video just like that, but I didn't say I'm avoiding people. I said, I seen a video from the Life of Brian, and he really got me thinking. I do this anyway. And my video was me talking his channel up. Well, that got me, I don't know, 25,000 views, and got Radio Jonesy on the way. But that video for him got over 1 million views, and that got him monetized. That got him, he flew up. And where is he now? He's pretty much give it away now. The sad case, I had a chat with him. The sad thing was, by the time his views got over the 4K and he's put his application in for monetization, the views were going up, the views were going up, the views were going up. And by the time it was nearly at 1 million, they monetized him then. So he missed all those views to 1 million, and he got like the 100,000 odd views.
Oh, the money.
After that, yeah, he got paid the monetization. He said, I'm sure they seen it flying and they just held me off. He said, I'm sure they did. Which, like I said, it's a business.
So if you guys want to hear what you can do from now until then, and if you want more ideas on how to make your next video 10% better, we are going to discuss this on our next planned show together, Friday my time, if we're still doing it, Saturday your time. I'm going to go through all that.
And by then I should have a new, fresh 20 hours on StreamYard. Today, this live will get my 20 hours out, because I only had about an hour left. And where are we now? We're about
It won't kick you off.
No, it's good.
You could go for 4 hours. even if
How's
you.
the audio going for you today, Shawnee? Have you getting any echoes or any repeats?
So before it would do that if I shared my screen and then stopped sharing,
Yeah.
and then it would
Do
do
we
that, and
want
we haven't
do
tested that yet.
we want to try that again?
I don't have anything to share.
You got to have something. Surely, there's a nice picture of your
Um,
garden. There's got to be
Day of
something.
night. They're not in my computer. I will be
Okay.
84 by the time I get monetized. The Odd Collective ALT, I can't make my mind up what to make a concerted effort on.
Mate, you got to talk stories, buddy. That's what you got to do.
Maybe it'll come to you in a dream tonight, now that you talked about it with us, what you need to do.
I get you'd be surprised. I get these weird and wonderful. Okay, what channel? What's the channel do you have wearing the hat? That's this channel, Outback Tasmania. You can't miss me in the. I mean, is it in the thumbnail? I'm not sure, but I was gardening. Trust me, it was wet. It was cold. I had it on my bald head to.
Buffering in StreamYard. So YouTube is glitching out on us now that I did that, because I still have internet. So they
Okay.
might not be able to hear us.
Well, they definitely will in the replay.
Yes,
Stream does wonders
usually.
in the replay. I do not know.
It'll put it together. Now it's back.
Okay, Nethead said, I posted my first video on YouTube in July 27th, 2006, using my Nethead OG account. Well, that's pretty cool. 2006. Man, 20 years ago. That's over 20 years ago. Mate, you deserve a medal being around for that. Isn't it great, honestly, that television is dead?
Oh, it's so great.
And you can get so much information, instant news, different versions of whatever news you want to listen to, people's conversations. If you want to go gardening, I played your gardening show, the story that you put out that went for 40 minutes or whatever.
Tales from the Garden Gate.
Yeah, we had that playing, and then we were making a coffee and walking around and doing some stuff. And next thing you know, Gardening Australia has come on from what they're doing now.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that VPH on Friday. Sneak peek. Or Saturday.
Nice. When do you sleep, Shawnee Grows?
I did take a nap at 2 o'clock. I am going to head out, though. You can keep talking, though. I'll be in the chat. So thank you for having me for this breaking news on the new opportunities with YouTube coming up over the next year.
No, not a problem. I do appreciate you every time you pop on. You rest up and get ready for your big live and our big live over the weekend. So
that's right. See everybody.
Thank you. All right, you just got stuck with me now for a little while longer. Let me see if I can find. Hang on, Rebecca. Back to Mania chopping wood, I believe. I am not too sure, Shawnee. Let me have a look. I'll just go to as good as it is today as it was when I first got it. And thank you, Rebecca. Look at that. That actually comes over the camera pretty cool. Yeah, see there, the seeds, they're growing actually on the table, just laying down there. There's, yeah, seeding from the table. Anyway, there you go, Rebecca, and I appreciate you even more now, knowing I've got that lovely headwear, and you're still out there in the rounds keeping everyone warm and toasty. You'll probably see it in a lot more videos. I reckon they will attempt to get us to reduce the number of channel, so we consolidate the numbers, perhaps. Who knows what they're doing, mate? Reduce the number of channels. Well, I'll be done and dusted then. I've got I've got more channels than you'll ever think of. But seriously, I got 3 channels that are going monetized now, and Outback Tasmania, it will be the next, and let me say, it will be the last. And yeah, worst case scenario, I'll be 84 by the time I get monetized. Yeah, I think Shawnee said that. I can't make up my mind to make out what to get to do his creative influences. Talking about shooting the shite. Buffering, okay. Oh, well, see, I'm keeping up with the chat. This is why. Still doing the buffering thing here. Oh, wow. How is it right now? Let me go right to the bottom of the chat. Oh. No sound. What's going on? What is going on? All right, you can hear me now, surely. Is everything okay? What's going on? That's the difference between the YouTube and the StreamYard. Thank you, Shawnee. I'm back apparently. So did you see the hat there, Rebecca? Let me see. Oh, man. Freezing. YouTube. YouTube killed the TV star. I think that's, yes. There's a song there somewhere. YouTube has killed a lot of TV stars, to be honest. Hey, what about, have you been getting into the Karl Stefanovic stuff? His actual lives that he's doing, especially the Friday night one. That's pretty cool. I've been enjoying the Karl Stefanovic. And what about Kyle Sandilands? His newest venture, like this is a good, big, high-end radio announcer here in Australia. He's got $100. He's doing a live stream for his show. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I'll have to check that out. But he's got 100,000 people have signed up and paid $100 a piece to watch him for a year. So in my math, that's $1 million. I'm pretty sure, or am I incorrect? But that's a lot of cash. He's a smart man, the old Kyle Sandiland. And thank you again, Shawnee, for spending time with us here. Much appreciated. And what words of advice have you for all the quitters? Well, a quitter never wins. I'll say that for a fact. You got to be in it to win it. You got to play the game hard as well and play it to the best of your ability. Here's my get out of jail plan for the gardening channel for monetization, Shawnee. Radio Jonesy on tour. I really enjoy showing the island, and that's going to be more of a destination, like that last video which I did showing the park in Burnie. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. I'm walking around the old park, which was actually, what was his name? The landholder gave that to the local government council back in 1890 to make as a parkland for future growth of the town, which become a city. And now this big, beautiful park where there's a waterfall, water comes down this gully, there's a creek up the top, and then it goes under a road, and then it just drops into this valley of the park, and there's this lovely water course going through Burnie Park. If you haven't seen that video, go check that one out. That's definitely worth watching, if I do say so myself. I made one, if you want to go back and find the history of me doing YouTube, I filmed one of them 4 years ago, maybe. It is terrible production. The camera is shaky. I'm dodgy. I done it well. Like, the idea was great. I was in the middle of the city and I walked to this park to show people what you can do. And but the quality now from that camera, which I did use the Zoom Q8 to film that one, which is now struggling. Yes, Andy, the Zoom Q8 is struggling for me. The good old phone, like the technology today for a guy in his 60s to carry a phone, film, edit, upload, all done here, no computers needed, just get it out and do the business. That's what Shawnee was saying, even a 70-year-old. And I'm getting, on the Talking Head channel, Radio Jonesy, I'm getting people coming in from other Talking Head channels now, like people I haven't met before, and saying, oh, great content. And then I go to their content to have a look, and they're doing something similar. And they're in the same sort of age bracket, talking about the same sort of stuff, life in general. But it's... I am now watching that video, Jonesy. There's no way I would ever chop wood at my age. Oh, Rebecca, you're never too old to swing an axe, my dear. I'm enjoying all that sort of activities. I'm fitter now, believe it or not. Actually, I got these little weights outside. Look at that. Look at those guns. Look at those guns. I'm doing some weights outside. I'm feeling good. I'm seriously thinking about joining a gym. Seriously, I've never been in a gym all my life. That's sort of the idea of good-looking people doing good-looking exercises in a gym sort of turned me off because I'm overweight, I'm sort of old. But seriously, the weights are making me stronger up here. And I got a bad shoulder. Like I said before, I've tore the tendon off the shoulder years ago. But apart from that, everything's great. Oh, man, why am I freezing? Oh, I might be behind. 157. Definitely, I'm behind. I must admit, I was better growing chilies, tomatoes, etc. at Yarrawonga than I do in Tassie, mate. Like in New South Wales, I had the best chilies, capsicums, all those tomatoes. I had all them growing perfectly, but the weather is completely different here. You got to do it. I was out in the greenhouse in between the lives, and one, I was killing bugs. I found there was some bugs in there, so I was killing them bugs off by splatting them. And two, the tomatoes are looking fabulous. And I had it. The gentleman I spoke to, I forget his name already. Actually, I was never told his name. He was called Dog. Hey, Dog, how you going? That's what they called this guy. He told me to wrap me shelves up with the bubble wrap. That will make them warmer for the pots. So the water coming out of the pots in the greenhouse will be cooler, and that will give your potted plants a warmer chance, quicker. You'll get more growth. He said, if you don't believe me, do one side with the potted. Put identical plants in at the same time. One side on that, and one side on that. Have them. One side's got the bubble wrap, one side hasn't, and you watch how the growth. He says it works. Trust me, it works. He said, and who would argue with a guy called Dog? And he's a tree lopper, working in the forest in Tasmania. Oh man, sorry about the buffering. I don't know why my internet here is perfect. I don't know what's going on there. It all started with Shawnee when she uploaded her little thing. I'm blaming Shawnee. Okay, let's get back to the chat. The real reason I'm here is for watch hours, and I've got an opportunity, so I've come live. And the earlier live was fabulous. I enjoyed that time because I bumped into Rebecca. I bumped into Blue. And I got a nice email of Blue as well, telling me what's going on, and fantastic news for her. So I'm very happy indeed, because we've had some conversations over the past couple of years in Blue's life. So it's all looking good. So check out her channel. Absolutely fabulous. I always told her she should be called Blue's Clues, but she said somebody else has got that. What's the plan if you don't get monetized on time? Okay, I was going down this road. So I am not going to chase 8,000 for this channel. No way in the world. I'm going to do the 4,000. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I am going to sacrifice Tasmania Island life. I am not happy with the drive arounds. The drive arounds work. I can put some of the drive around videos into on tour, but make them more destination focused, not actually I'm on the highway driving from here to A to B. Look, if I get monetized here, I'm happy. I will have all 4 going. If I don't get monetized here for whatever reason, it falls over, I will change the name of that channel to Outback Tasmania Official or something like that. And that will be Outback Tasmania will be on that channel. I will shut this channel down. I will download all my videos. I will upload them over there, and I will just change the analytics on that channel into a homesteading gardening channel, and it will be monetized. That is the joy of having 3 channels monetized at the moment. So I have got to get out of jail clause, and that is it. What's your thoughts on that, Shawnee? What's your thoughts on that in the chat? Should I sacrifice a channel that? And to be honest, that is the weakest channel that makes revenue for the other 2. The other 2 are getting more. I got everything written down. Here's a word of advice for people doing YouTube. Write down everything every day. There's like your subscriber list, your numbers, your views, and your income, right? And it goes every day of the week. Like it goes every night. I write this down after dinner every night. First, the second, the third, the fourth. And I just write them down. Freehand. I've been doing that since I got into YouTube. I got about 5 books like this. And it's got all the numbers. Every channel I do. These are 6 channels in here. And so the way YouTube's going now, I'm going to focus on the 4. I'm going to not focus much now on the music channel. I'm not going to focus on the clips channel. It's all going to be the 4 channels, and we'll see what happens in February. If I get there by Christmas, I'll be very happy. And if I don't get there, I will be awfully close and disappointed, I'm sure. That's the plan, Shawnee. What are your thoughts? We can talk about that in another live. Yeah. Carl had some interesting guests on, and I watch a lot of them. Yeah. What about Isaac Butterfield? What a fantastic communicator, straight to the point, and comedian. All round good guy. I knew his father actually. His father was I wasn't good friends, but I've met him a few times. A footballer for the Newcastle Knights. Shows you how old you are when you know somebody who's a celebrity and you look at him and you think, oh yeah, I'm just like him, sort of thing, doing YouTube, doing stuff. No, I'm nothing like him. He's a celebrity. He travels the world. He's a comedian in front of thousands of people. He gets heckled. He gets the lefties chase him. He's an interesting guy, Isaac Butterfield. But I am digging Carl's content, so he's definitely got the chains off. Like, it just shows you how bad Channel 9 is, like how restricted they are in, or how they are force-fed what you have to say and how you have to deliver it and how you have to do it. So, and I don't care if you're left or right. I don't give a rat's. Just call the news the news. Give the news its due diligence and talk about the news. Don't give a creative piece for your political party. I will stop there. Oh, I had to back out and come back in to get sound. Sorry, Rebecca, for that. Oh, man, what's going on? Jonesy is the proof you don't need to invest tens of thousands of dollars into your channel to make it work. I'm telling you. Look, I've got a good microphone to do this. I've got a mixing desk. Fair enough. I can still do this live on this laptop. It will still hear the voice. It will still film me from this camera that's down that side. But actually, I can show you what the camera looks like. It's not the best, but let me just show you. Like I could be doing the live from this camera. That is the old. Look at that. You can see the old bandage thing up here too. This is the webcam off the laptop, which you could technically angle it better. You could move it around, go up or down, but and connected to this laptop. Obviously, these other cameras, which it's not rocket science to do this. And that just shows you the scenery, which, as you can see now, the blue sky has gone, almost gone. There's a little bit there. Grey clouds are coming in. The temperature is dropping. It was 12 degrees before. It's about 10 degrees now. I don't think you realize what my age is now. I just turned 65 and I'm having trouble with my left shoulder. Well, I'm sorry you're having trouble with your shoulder. I'm only a year or so behind you there, Rebecca. So I've started walking again, like seriously doing like, I don't know, 10 kilometers a week walking. I used to think 10 kilometers was huge. Well, I could never walk that far. But if you're doing in 2 kilometer circuits around the block, and then I do a 5K walk on the Saturday, which I will. I've decided my wounds are pretty good, so I'm going to go in the walk this week. He told me to have 2 weeks off, but I'm going to defy doctor's orders and go in that again because I'm having a lot of success with health, meeting people, and having a good time in the mornings. And the weather for Saturday is a good point. Let's have a look. Remember I said we had 5 days of rain? I think they've updated it to today is the last day of the rain. So Saturday will be 13 as a high, and it'll be today we got a 100% chance of rain, 10% chance tomorrow, 5%, like bugger all for the rest of the week. Next Tuesday, it's going to hammer down again. So there is our weather app. So we've got a few days of sunshine. Give the plants a bit of growth time. And also having a conversation with a few people. Oh, man. Have a go at this. Okay, what's today's date? Today's date is the 12th. Okay, 262. Okay. So good old look at this. Good old ChatGPT has even given me some guidelines, and that's what he thinks I should be at by August 18th, August the 25th, September, and then the list just keeps growing. And that's what they set me a goal. I'll screenshot that. And then it says if I keep going on that path, that December the 20th, if I can keep that up, December the 20th, I'll be at my mark. So, yeah, that's me, my ChatGPT coach, apparently. Hang on, what was it? Oh, let me tell you, chopping grass. Down at the second-hand store, there was a expensive weed whacker, a battery power one, like a rechargeable Ryobi, a good brand, a good quality one. Somebody went into that store and stole the battery, took the battery off and walked out. And then they said, "Oh, what are we going to do with that?" And then they looked at the camera and they seen the picture of the guy pinching it and walking out the door with it in his jacket pocket. And as they were looking at that, this was like 2 days later, they discovered it was missing. They were looking at the picture of the guy. Sure enough, the same guy comes into the store and says, "Hey, down the back there, you've got a whippersnipper with no battery. It's got a stupid price on it. I'd like to have it only for a few dollars, because it's useless without a battery." And they looked at the picture and he said, "Hang on, I'll be back." They looked at him and they walked out to the computer and they said, "That's him." They walked back and they said, "You were in here the other day, by the way." And he said, "It looks like you've taken the battery out in your pocket." He said, and he refused. Like, they can't do anything about it now. But they said, "You're not having it. I'm not selling it to you. I'll sell it to you for the full price." Anyway, long story short, I got it for next to nothing. I was lucky enough to be there at the right time and said, "I've got a few batteries that will fit that." And they said, "Really? How much do you willing to pay? $20? I said, $20? Sold. And they're worth, a couple of hundred. Easy, more than that, probably. Down at the big box store. All right, getting back to the chat. You can still show us your gardening and then get paid for it. Changing the channel over to the rebrand. Well, that would be my get out of jail, right? So, and still having 3 channels, dropping the driving channel. If you like the driving channel, leave a comment in the chat. But the ones there that have made me the most views and money are the channel. Like, I done a driving around Burnie. It was voiceless. It had music. It had upbeat sunset. There was interesting stuff to look at, and it just worked. So I could do more of them for on tour. See, on tour is going to be more of a destination thing, and the destination will be, let's go to Ulverstone. While we're in Ulverstone, check out the pier, check out the beach, check out the clock tower, which is a nice sort of place. Rebecca had that last year. I was able, if able, to try physical therapy. I've got to read the other side. Fix my frozen shoulder. Well, that's great, Ned. There's nothing worse than like getting a bad. Shoulders are so important in everything from lifting, stretching, reaching. You'd be surprised. Like, little injuries in your shoulder can really stop a person. If you think you can do it, get it by Christmas. I'm joining. I'm going to frame that and make that a sticker and say, yes, if you think you can do it, get it by Christmas. That could be our that could be a title of it. Get it done before Christmas. Give yourself a present. Maybe it also feels like cheating, but channels rebrand all the time. Seriously, yeah, but usually they don't. Well, they do. Some really do a complete change. I know people who are doing like talking head stuff, and then all of a sudden they've changed into a just another direction. There was a girl on is it Tuber Chat or Tube Buddy? One of theirs. I was having a look at that the other night. She was talking about how she changed her stuff, and that was after I've already thought about it. I woke up in the morning the other day and went, I could do this. And then I got shot down by the 8,000, and that sort of made the first thought go, well, you know what, probably will do this. And then I got the numbers that said I need 120 a week, 120 watch hours, and 40 subscribers. That sounds awfully difficult. I got complete confidence I'll get the watch hours. I reckon I can do that. The subscribers, well, I've got really no control there. Yeah, another one. Why watch? Oh, I try a few comedy channels. Got a laugh now and then, mate. Definitely. And to think, like, with all the drama in the world from 2020 and everyone was getting banned for this and blocked for saying that, and, mate, comedians were the first ones shot down. Isaac Butterfield, he's a legend. I used to hang out where I used to live with a guy who was in what's that TV show? Paulie Fennick, Houseos. The Houseos TV show. One of the actors in there is a friend of mine. I've known him for years, and he actually changed his name to Benny Bogan, and he become a brand. He's actually physically just changed his name back to his Benny Bogan and his Christian name. I won't give it out, but it's he lived his own brand, but he was in the movies, in those movies and TV show, The Houseos. Like, talk about funny stuff. Taking the mickey out of people on the dole, and you're living in housing commission. And how is the no spend challenge, and what day are we on? All right, we are going good, because trust me, I'm not working enough to be spending money, and we are into actually we're going to be 2 weeks into it tomorrow. 14 days. We're into day 13. And you know what? I think a lot of this is because a family member's in Japan at the moment, because we're always buying stuff, like to get dinner on the table. What's for dinner tonight? I don't know. Well, we go, we'd like to have this, and we go shopping and buy stuff. But the no spend challenge, if you haven't done that, that's one of my videos on Morning Chat with Jonesy. I was going to do one every morning this week, which I failed to do, but I've done a few this week. That channel is actually sailing along. Well, it's not sailing along as good as I thought. But On Tour with Radio Jonesy, that channel is booming. What's your numbers at? We'll talk later, Shawnee, but your numbers at the moment, that's up to about $30 at the moment, and it's 11 days in. The others are at like $12 and $12. So On Tour with Radio Jonesy is booming. I think it's because of the park video went for 40 minutes. And I'm getting good watch time on that. We realize in 20 minutes we can make it pretty far on foot. Good to see you walking, Shawnee, too, by the way. And how you feeling? I hope you're feeling a lot better for doing it. And yes, shoes make the difference. I am Rebecca's age, and I walk and do karate. used to love that cartoon. You remember the cartoon? Karate. And the like. Yep, Sean, you are a little legend. I can't wait to catch up with you. I'm assuming on the cruise, if not before, but that will be fun to see the little black. I heard he's only tiny, so I'll be able to rest on him like that. But Janet Potter says, well, there is a girl in Europe who drives a truck from England to Europe and back as a job. She says nothing, but it's like a day in. It's like a day in. Scroll it. It's like a day in her life as a truckie. Yeah, stuff like that, mate. Fascinates. See, the beauty of YouTube, it's got everything and everything else. It's got gamers, day-to-day people, gardeners, bloody tourist people showing vlogs. And have you noticed the vlog style is dead? I've got a couple of good friends still battling on doing the vlogs. I think this new thing is going to kill them off, the 8K, because this friend of mine was doing it for her 30 views and 20 views and 40 views, and she was doing vlogs every second day. There's a lot of work to a vlog, you know. She's doing the old school stuff, the brushing the teeth, the cooking the dinner, the flicking the kettle on, to closing the door, getting in the car, driving down the street, going to the shops, chucking stuff in the groceries. She was doing, and she's still doing that stuff. Plus, she's a muso as well, so she shows at concerts and rehearsals, and that sort of stuff is where she got me. But yeah, it's just sad that style of video is a dying breed. We found all of your channels by you driving channel. Well, there we go. There is, see, I've got to get this 4th channel done. We like it as it shows us what's around and where the shops are, especially. We have even found shops we definitely want to visit there once we're there. Yeah. Well, man, that comment is so prevalent in that channel. A lot of people say these comments exactly like that. They say, you're showing the real, me driving around. You know what that is? That's me driving to work 90% of the time. I'm going somewhere on a destination. And the reason I haven't done a lot recently is that I've got a crack on one of my windscreens. First of all, my mount broke. Then I got a rock chip. And the work car, I've just got to clean the screen because the glare off that coming back is terrible. But if it's overcast and cloudy, it works good. But if it's sunny and it works terrible. So I'll be I'm working locally tomorrow, just down the road, actually. And actually, it's only a short shift. So keep an eye out. You might see Outback Tasmania begging for views tomorrow. But definitely don't. Just if you see me doing a live and you want to pop in. Don't feel like you have to. Oh wow, Rebecca, who would have thought? You look like you're 35, Rebecca. My mother always told me to be nice and talk lovely to beautiful people. I watch a young bloke that moved to Japan in the abandoned house. I watch him as well, mate. What's his name? The guy with all the tats on his face and the tats all over his body, that young bloke. Yeah, my daughter's in Japan right now and doing a holiday and reconnaissance. So she's looking at where she could work, where she could live, what areas. And then after she sort of works all that out, then goes to the house hunting process. Because like a young person of today buying a house in Japan, like for 50 grand or under, you can get yourself a decent house. For 100,000 Australian and under, you get yourself a pristine top of the range house. What do you get out here for 100 grand? You get a caravan on a paddock if you're lucky. Yeah, times have changed. But I do watch that. What's his channel called? He's been doing the Japan thing for years, but if you go back through his history, I like when I find a new creator, I go way back to their start and I look at how they started and what they were doing back then. And then I sort of flick through a few and then watch another one, go to it, find out something else. And when you go back into their past, you get to know the person even better than when Jack's Adventures. That's him. Jack's Adventures. He got over 200,000 subs. Wow. Fixing up his old house and bought a Jeep. Oh, what about the little truck he bought? Oh, yeah. Bought the house cheap for under 19,000 US. Yep. And then he bought himself that little Suzuki, is it? The little Jeep. And then he bought himself those little toy trucks. They look so cool. I would love one of those little trucks. I wouldn't like to be in a head-on crash where I drive one, but they are so cool, those little Asian trucks. And how different is the lifestyle? They're like, I've been talking to my daughter and she'd been saying everything, like you see that, like no one litters. There's no one dropping paper anywhere. If you got rubbish, you put it in the right bin. You just don't put it in a bin. There's different bins for different plastics. There's different bins for, they are so structured in their community. She said, Dad, you got to come over here and check it all out. It's fantastic. I said, you buy the house and I'll come over and we'll buy one that doesn't need a lot of fixing. But yeah, how would you like living in Japan? And apparently your visa, right? So you get a tourist visa and you go in for 3 months. You got to go out of the country and then come back for another 3 months. So technically you can fly out, spend a night somewhere and fly back in. They probably don't like that if you do that quite a lot, but I see people that do that. A lot of creators, like if you could make an income being a creator, like if I could make enough money surviving here doing YouTube, I could have a house in Tassie, a house in Japan, and maybe a house in Ukraine, somewhere that you're not going to get bombed, but somewhere like that where you could be in Europe, you could be in Asia, or you could be in Australia, and you can fly from one to the other, and you're still doing your YouTube. It's like, this is how crazy this world can be now, where you can be a creator and travel around. And if you can find cheap houses, man, if I was 10 years younger, I would go myself, man, life's too short to be wondering. But holidays are great. Holidays are fantastic. So is getting messages. Let's see what this is. Well, blow me down with a feather. There's another job. Hang on, something's going on funny here. Let me just change things. Go back to here. This is how I get my work. They send me a text message and then I got to go to the app. And then I open the app. And it's doing the cycle. What the heck is that? That's not what I usually do. ARC promoter. The ARC. You're getting this live with me. The ARC Promoter Proprietary Limited event is the Rally Tasmania Rally Show. Date, Friday the 14th. Oh, man. What's tomorrow? That's Friday. 3 till 5. Wilmont Street and Little Alexander Street. 2:30 to 5:30. Why is it 2:30 to 5:30 in the? It's 3 hours. This don't make sense. I have to ring the office. So they want me to do something in between a 5-hour period, but they've got me down as only 3 hours there. So how does that happen? Anyway, that's a weird one, but it's going to be cool. Apparently the rally, Tasmania rally, is in Burnie this week, apparently. Well, anyway, might be able to get some cool content. But, all right, let me get back to facts. Yeah, there's a rally on. That'd be, that will be cool content. Actually, if I go to the actual rally, it must be this weekend. I'll have to Google that. Who would have thought? I knew it was on because I knew someone was doing the job. Only need 2 more friends to give me 1,800. Oh, we could sort that out for you, Rebecca. Let me check out our list. There we go. Good on you. Let me just catch up. There you go, Rebecca. We've got friends everywhere here. Shame I can't drop the links for you, but I'm a bit... Hey, Katie. Good to see you, Katie. What are your thoughts on the new threshold, the 8K? Absolutely crazy. All right, where are we now? What time have we got? 2:40. Okay, we've got information. Wilmot Street, Little Alexander Street. Little Alexander Street will be required 8 traffic. Allow library patients to enter and exit the car park. Close to all other traffic. Oh man, this is one job I wouldn't want to do. But anyway, I'm there now apparently. Sorry about that. 8K for... hang on, Katie. If you haven't got monetized, instead of the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, the new thing now is 1,000 subscribers and, wait for it, 8,000 watch hours in the 12-month cycle. So they've doubled it. If you haven't heard that, it's all the rage at the moment. You'll see videos everywhere, people jumping up and down, pitchforks in hand going, "You're going to be kidding me." And hey, it's the way it's the new rules of the game. Hence, I'm live. You'll see me live and live and live again. So it happens on the February the 1st. If you're close to getting monetized, push hard until February the 1st. If you can get there, good luck. And if you can't get there, well, I don't know how most of us are going to get to 8K because we're struggling to get to 4K. You're welcome, Rebecca. I see 1K, 4K. That's the old way in February the 1st, it changes to 1,000 subs, 8,000 watch hours. That starts February the 1st, 2027. So I just thought it'd be a good time to come on and have a chat, talk about things, and get some watch time. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, mate. You know I do. I'll catch you later on tonight, I'm sure. But, yep, it is interesting. Tasmania. See, like, this is the information I get, like this. Wow. Streets and signs and contracts and man. Yep. Swims and okay, what's going on here? Sorry about this. I'm just getting distracted by oh wow. Okay, that's the surf club. No, that's the car park. Where are we? Oh, I'm getting lost. I don't even know where I am these days. Oh, that's the bridge. I'll have to study this later. It's pretty serious, actually. All right, where are we now? Sorry about that. Let me come back. Once upon a time on another channel, I got monetized, and when that policy changed, I was demonetized, and YouTube owes me about $68. Good luck with that, Katie. That's pretty sad, to be honest. $68 is what you've earned in ad revenue, and because it's not 100, they didn't pay you, and it's just sitting there. How close are you now, by the way? You've been doing a few lives. You've got to be up there somewhere. But this is my second live today too, by the way, Katie. I went live this morning for 2 hours, and now I've done another hour and a half. I am absolutely lived out. Let me say the garden's looking good. The tomatoes are getting bigger. I've my friend at the place told me to give it 7:20, 7:30. That's well. I suppose the next goal would be the 3,000 watch hours. That still stays the same. The and you get your super chats and your memberships and things like that, but you don't get the ad revenue. If you aim for that, you might be able to get you $40 that way. Just thinking. Outside the square. But hey, listen, I'm just about zoned out here. I've got fantastic community that's supported me all day, really. Today I've done 2 hours in the morning and an hour and 40 or something already here. This is going to be the end of my StreamYard hours. To be honest, I need to focus on the issues right at hand now. Yep, I hear you. I hear that big time, to be honest. But I'm on a mission to get the gardening channel monetized before Christmas. I've got to do 120 watch hours a day, and subscribers are going to be. I got confidence I can do the watch hours because people are. Well, that's no good, Katie. No good at all. The ship is sinking. Well, I hope you can right the boat. Yeah, but mate, life's meant to test us. I tell you what, we've had different issues as someone walks around upstairs on the timber floors. Don't know if you heard that. But yeah, and the temperature is dropping too, by the way. We're down to about 10 degrees Celsius. I still got my t-shirt on. I wonder, like I was saying before, Katie, remember the old oh man. What the heck is going on with the audio? I don't know what's going on here. I think I'm going to be going to EV Mux. Let me have a look. Just go here. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Before my audio dropped out, I did have a good live on EV Mux, actually. I started getting the hang of using it again. Well, the good news, I'm at 269 subscribers, so I'm up a few, but it's definitely not going to be... Oh, yeah, I'm up 7 from yesterday. That's good. That's good. I need 40 a week. Jeez. It's sad when you start thinking this and you start crunching the numbers and you go, oh, man. Well, thank you. Yeah, Katie, we had issues with the audio and we were freezing with all sorts of shenanigans going on. Should I stick? I don't know. I'm out of things to say. Should I stick it out for another 20 minutes and get the 2 hours in? Chasing the watch hours would be the smart thing to do, but I got 7 wonderful people out here still hanging out, still supporting the support. Okay, well, Katie. All right, you've talked me into it. 20 minutes. 20 minutes left. Did you know, Katie, that Charlie turned 4 the other day? How good's AI? I'll tell you for that. Jeez. We put him in a birthday hat on his 2nd birthday. That was a nightmare. Let's talk about Basil. Let's talk about Basil. I have way too much. You know what? I haven't grown any herbs at all. Any. I don't see us using stuff in the kitchen that way. I've got my beans and peas are starting. My climbing peas and my snow peas are all popping their heads out of their little things that I planted that you might have seen in a couple of videos back. They're coming up, and thank you, Katie. Charlie is he's a very spoilt pooch. Let me just say that. And yeah, and I'm doing it. Like, I'll tell you my new goals here. Let me just say that I haven't. Let me go over to here. And my goal is to grow food like radishes and lettuce and tomatoes and capsicums and potatoes and onions, the stuff that I buy. All right. So I'm off to, so far the seedlings have kicked off. So I'm on a good start so far, and I've kept the wallabies out of the yard. And Katie wants some peppermint. Yeah, and I believe everyone should grow something, even trade with your neighbours for sure, mate. And if everything grows that I plant, I'll be sharing it out for sure, because I don't think I'll be able to. But I've got such a big place to plant stuff. Janet, make Presto, dry it, use it with fresh mozzarella and tomatoes. Oof. Katie, I don't like Presto. I have made Presto and gave it away. Look at these herb lovers talking away. Mint grows. Chocolate mint sounds not what I'm thinking of, but I hear. Yeah, mint's one of them things that can just, if you don't have it in a pot, it just takes off. Bit like bamboo. Oh man, excuse me. Okay, let's go. Yeah, my beans and peas have started coming out. The ones in the greenhouse, tomatoes in the greenhouse. I had it zipped up all day today. My friend from the timber workers were, yes, all my mints in pots. Well, it's the way to go, because it does go wild and crazy. My neighbour asked if I had any basil. I gave them a whole plant. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I need to find an adult companion who enjoys gardening and isn't surrounded by chaos. You need a gardener there, Katie. I'm sure you'll find someone. Is there any gardening clubs? Are they still a thing? Isn't it funny how like meeting people today has become online, like potluck? It's how people can just put their picture up in their best moment and say, look at me, I am available, I am happy, I am rich, I am shameless, I am broke, I am poor, I need assistance or whatever, and people just, yeah. Anyway, that's the way, like the good old days when you used to go to a music venue, or go to a somewhere where you got similar ideas, and you meet each other at a similar thing, and man, that's geez, when you think about how you meet people, especially like your partners, where you met them, and did it last, and were there any? There's a rainbow out the window. It's raining again. You can feel it's raining just out to sea there a bit. It's coming in like, oh man, it's getting chilly. And let me have a look here first. My fence panels are used to protect the garden. The fence panels. I've got some, the two garden beds. I've got fences. I got one fence I need to fix. I've been putting that off for too long. That's way up the top corner of the property. I've got another part of the fence that needs to be patched up a bit. No, it needs one or two more posts to strengthen it because that got hit by a tree and it was a lap and cap and the whole fence went over. Didn't really break it. Yeah, but here we go. My gardening club meets once a month on a Saturday morning and we share information, plans, plants, cuttings, and a few snacks. That sounds like an absolutely good way to spend your morning. Builders fence panels. Yep. Right. One of those like a ATF, that those fences. Actually, that would be good to have a couple of them for climbing. But yeah, the guy I met at the at work the other day, yesterday actually, he said, he was telling me, yeah, like warm up your greenhouse. If you get another greenhouse, put it where the sun blasts it. He said, have you got a full size greenhouse yet? And I said, no. He said, you're going to build one or you're going to buy one of those cheap ones? I said, I'll probably buy one of those cheap ones. He said, mate, rubbish. He said, get some cheap timber, get some clear panels, make yourself this nice little room, as small or as big as you want to build it. You're in Tassie. You want to grow stuff. You're going to have to warm these rooms up. Otherwise, you're going to be behind the 8 ball. So he was basically slapping me about, basically saying, you do this and do that and make sure this is going to happen. And, like everything from warming up your panels in your greenhouse. He said, if they give you a steel grate to put your pots on, he said, go get some insulation from somewhere, like foam insulation, and cut it to size and stick it there. And you'd be surprised how much that keeps the bottom of your pot warm. And yeah, he was talking me into it. So I've got to go down the back of Harvey Norman's. I think that's the place to go and see if they've got some rubbish there from some fridges or freezers or white goods that they've taken apart out of the box, and they've got that foam packaging. And go and ask nicely, could I borrow that, please? Take that. I won't bring it back. But yeah, I've got plenty of bubble wrap. I got bubble wrap from when we first moved in here. Everything that was wrapped in bubble wrap is in boxes under the house. Everything. So pretty bizarre that I've kept it for so long. I went down there going through it the other day to see if there was any mice nests or anything like that down there. And no, it's all good. It's there you go. It's a cuckoo clock upstairs. What's that? 3 o'clock in the afternoon, man. I was going to show you that rainbow, wasn't I? I didn't show it. So I'll go to camera. It's not showing. Is it showing it? It's not showing it. Well, there's the rainbow. It's starting to. It's funny how that camera is pretty dodgy. Actually, let's do a test on the cameras. The other one can't reach that distance, but let's have a look. I will swap cameras from the old one that's there to This one? Oh, yeah, look at the quality. This one's much better. Definitely. I need to retire that other one and get a second one like that. So my daughter gave me this one before she went to Japan. That's that one. And there's the. It's hard to see it, but there's the. Right out in the middle there. It's just a rainbow. It's raining all out to sea there. And we can just see it before it goes into the clouds. Yeah. And what I should be doing, I'm very unprofessional. Got to get more into the professional side of this. And go like this. And then you put the other camera back in position. And then you do the switch. And that's how you should be doing it. Oh, man. Need a camera guy. Bubble wrap is a good insulator. Yeah, that's what he said, and 100% correct. He was even talking about bubble wrap your pots if you really wanted to. You need to keep the soil warm. He said we have cold nights, cold winters. If you're going to plant plants for spring, like in the heart of winter, you got to warm them up. You got to either have them indoors or you got to make your greenhouse good. You got to put them on a heat mat, or you got to. He was telling me all the stuff I know, but 1:00 Wednesday morning. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. It is Wednesday afternoon here at just after 3. Pretty crazy how the world works like this, isn't it? How it spins around. And thank you, Janet Potter. I don't know if you like me calling you JP. I think I should respect you more and call you Janet. So I apologize, or called you Jay, I think even. Should be. We can see it before it goes into the clouds. Yeah. It's amazing how you view your eyes can see a lot more than what these cameras show you. These cameras make it look like you're miles away. But we see the right on the horizon, we'll see the little ferry go out at night, the 2 ships out of Devonport. We see okay, I like JP. Well, I like JP as well. You're the justice of the people here. Justice of the peace. Yeah, we see the Spirit go out at night. Then we see the white road. What's that one called? The road. I don't know. There's a ship called Road Carrier or Road something that goes out from Devonport heading to Melbourne. They go out at night. We can see that they're very little. We've got a telescope upstairs if we really want to zoom in. But we used to do that religiously every night. What time's the Spirit leaving? Okay, there it is. And we used to be right into that. Now it's just the Spirit's out there. Well, here goes the. We used to call it the toll ship, which is now called the Straight Link. And that's it's amazing how you forget these things. The Straight Link. Yeah, when they rebranded them ships, they got 2 ships, right? They own 2 ships, and they're leaving their ports, one in Melbourne, one in Burnie, and they swap, and they unload and they load, and they do the same. Next night, they come back. The next night, they go back. They do that all the time, these 2 ships. And when they wanted to rebrand, they had to bring in a 3rd ship. They took one of them ships away to the dry dock, and they all got painted up and rebranded, and that took about a month. then that ship come in and the big hoo-ha, look at the new branding. We are now Straight Link, as the old toll disappears in the distance, and the toll got put into Sea Road. Man, see, smart people here. I knew it was a road something. And yeah, that white one stands out too, hey. Being white, it really stands out on the horizon. Even when I was on the toll going over to the mainland a while back, I'd ring up and say, I can see you, because our place stands out because it's square and it's white, and it's sort of, I can see you, because I got binoculars. And then they're saying, you cannot. And then I say, I can see you. And then, okay, what light have I turned on? And I said, yeah, you just turned on the bedroom light. And she said, you can see us. I said, sure can. That was pretty cool. And the phone, because we went out to sea, the phone kept working all the way out to the middle of the Bass Strait, and then disconnected. And then probably half an hour later, it reconnected again. So if they ever try to sell you Wi-Fi on the ship, I would never buy it, because you pretty much got it for most of the trip anyway. Typical government bought boats too deep for the dock. Yeah, man. Like if you don't know, we've got these ferries that it's run by the government to bring cars to the island and cars off the island, and tourists obviously, and so it's run by the government, which is, should governments be running shipping companies? Maybe if we're getting it cheaper, I'm not sure. And then they bought these bigger ferries, got them built overseas, these glorious boats, right? Then as they were finished after years of building them, they're bringing them home, and then they worked out that it wouldn't fit on the dock. It was just extra length, extra size. They couldn't get the car ramps on it, so they had to rebuild, and they spent millions and millions and millions to build the ramps, which is taxpayers' money, to build a new dock for them. So I've had friends working there, by the way, making really good money because it's a government job. What a surprise. No wonder it's so dear. It wasn't contract. Oh, was it contracted out? But it was a unionized job. That's right. You had to be in the union, and then you got paid a fortune to work there. They're almost done, actually, those docks. Hey, everybody. My 2 hours are up. I am extremely grateful for everybody that's come in. Man, Pegs, good to meet you, my friend, and look forward to shipping some off in the mail to you. JP, you're part of the family now. Thank you for helping out. Thank you for your support. And Shawnee, what a legend Shawnee is. She said she was a bit tired. She really didn't want to come in, but she did. And she's wonderful and professional and thorough. She does her research. She's got the facts ready to go, and she tells the story. I hope everything works out for you, Katie in the kitchen. I hope, yes, it all falls down in the right. Your cards all fall down. And obviously, Sean, the Down Under Cruisers, mate, thank you for coming in. Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, an absolute long time, fantastic supporter of the channel. And I've been a long time supporter of Rebecca. And let me tell you that beanie, or whatever she wants to call them, is the warmest thing anyone's ever knitted for my head. It is fabulous. So in saying all this, I'll go down the bottom of the chats if anything's said anything. Everyone's saying good night. Thanks for egging me on, Katie, by the way. Thanks for making me go to the hour mark. It's probably going to get me over the finish line. I'll be thanking you, Katie. Send me an email address. Send me somewhere to post you some stickers, Katie. I don't know if I've said that before. Yes. Yippee-ki-yay. I'll call you Yippee-ki-yay. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It is a nice view. I really do. appreciate the place we bought. It's lovely. And see you next time. Thanks, mate. I will be, who knows when I'm live. I'm definitely live on Saturday. Definitely going to do that Saturday 1 hour time, which is Friday night Central. I'm not sure exactly what Central time, but it's going to be 1 p.m. our time, just after the Down Under Cruises finishes his. I'll go live for an hour and a half and do it all over again. If not, you might see me popping in earlier. I'm going to try to get a video out. I've got some tomatoes that I put out, which isn't really exciting, but I've got a video. I might as well put it together and put it out as about a 20-minute video. Kitchen scraps, tomatoes. Who would have thought? And do they work? Yes, they do. Just letting the secret out. All right. Thanks again. I'll see you all in the next one. It is... let me just see if I got this plugged in. And I'll go to... I'm just trying to... I was going to try to be smart here. And go there. Go there. No, I'm not smart enough, apparently. Okay. Am I smart enough? Let me have a look. Did I do anything here? No, I did not. Oh, man. Why am I so silly? All right. I was going to play music on the way out, but... downloads. There was one more to check. Why did I not put music over here? Country Funk, Telecaster, Relaxing Penguin. Oh man, I got a whole stack of AI music on the other computer. Let's go out with this. This is Radio Jonesy. Until I see you on the next one, I hope you hear this. If it comes on, this will be Storm Cellar and Smoke on the Horizon. Because I'm not monetized here, I can play anything I want. If it works. Oh, it's a video. Man, it's a video. It's a video. See you next time. This is what you get when you play in the band and you muck around with people. It's just a jam.
Smoke on the horizon, stars my eyes can see. Smoke on the horizon, stars my eyes can see. Smoke on the horizon, darkness over me. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
I'll just show the video.
Smoke on the horizon, far as my eyes can see. Smoke on the horizon, far as my eyes can see. Smoke on the horizon, darkness over me. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.